This is Christian Jewell's pre-lab. In that first circuit, the voltage at A is going to be 3.33 volts and the voltage at B 1.66 volts. This is because they're equal resistors, they're all 1 kilo ohm. For number 2, the problem is that in the Arduino code it brings the strings together using a comma, but in the processing it separates them by using the tab. And for number 3, the radius of the circle will be 5 because 10 is both the height and the width. This is for ENME351. This is Christian Jewell. This is my Lab 3 Etch-a-Sketch portion, just the basic one before we get into all the fancy stuff. So there it is. And in the background you can see that processing is running, but the port is busy, so Arduino isn't able to use the serial monitor. And you can see as I do the potentiometers, we get input there, left and right, front and back, or top, up and down. This is the same program, but I changed the fill color to blue, and I changed the shape of my ellipse as kind of a taller one. So there it is. When determining whether I would need to add a fence or not on the sides, I just put in, I drew circles with the max and min potentiometer values, and they all showed up. And so this tells me that I couldn't possibly put a circle outside of those limits. This is the color palette problem. The main thing I did was in the float function there, I just changed the X and Y values to vary with the X and Y values from the input. So you can see if I go to the right and then go all the way up, for example, it's yellow, all the way down it's white, all the way to the left it's blue, and all the way up it's black. It's just a program where one of the potentiometer values varies as a function of time. And so basically what I did here was I just made X as I, and I had I increase by 50 every time, and I set a limit so that if it goes above 512 it'll reset, and if it goes above 512 the background will go back to gray. There's a 20-second delay, and so it looks like that. And as I move one of the potentiometers, that's what happens. This is the gamepad problem. Here's my circuit with the 4 buttons and I believe pull down resistors. Here's my Arduino code. It reads the state of each of the digital inputs. I've put them on pins 2 through 5. And it makes a string I've called LERD, which is left, up, right, and down. And it concatenates it together, separated by commas, and sends it off to the serial monitor. Here's my processing code. I initialize the position of the circle at the beginning of the maze. I read in the information from the serial monitor. There's the image background, and I have it separate out the string that it received from the serial monitor into, again, left, up, right, and down. And then I basically set the position of the circle based on the information from left, up, right, and down. This is my code to guarantee it doesn't go off the sides. So I'm going to run it here and try to do it. There's a little bit of lag, but hopefully it goes okay. Hopefully we can get it in under 5 minutes. Initially I had a really big problem with lag, but I solved that when I added the code to clear the port after every loop of the void draw. There's still a little bit of lag, but I think it's to be expected. And there we go. We won't go out of bounds either. Thanks so much for watching. I just wanted to say quickly that I did troubleshoot the gamepad using the serial monitor on the Arduino to make sure the important information was going out.